You're probably thinking you need a over $2,000 heat press to make oversized items like a tablecloth, but you don't. I used a $10 blank and this hack from Home Depot. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I make oversized items on my regular heat press. No need to upgrade your equipment. This is how I turn a $10 blank into $90 and repeat customers. Here's the list of all the supplies you need for this project. I will also link the video where I break down the type of MFD board to get. All right, so make sure you clean it because it can get pretty grimy from just be sitting at the hardware store, okay? Especially if you're doing something white on it. You can also protect it with paper. I've gotten those craft paper rolls from the dollar store just to cover it when I'm doing like a blanket or something like that. All right, let's get started. So this is a box. This is a box from Amazon. It's a box from Amazon, and this is how I get my tablecloths. So normally there's a sale, something going on, but I just go on Amazon and get the cheapest one available. They're literally the same quality. All of them are. So I usually get around, I get like a 2-pack for like $20, so $10 each. So we're gonna open it. I like to open it carefully because if I just open it, now I gotta deal with kind of folding it up neatly again to be able to heat press. So I try to open it up neatly. See what I mean? Like this is the area we're heat pressing. So if I would have just like ripped it open, then I'd have to figure out what this spot was again. And it's all nice and neat and folded. So I'm just gonna remove one of these since I'm not doing two. And put that away for next time. Let me bring this in. All right, so that can be for any order. Okay, so you're gonna lay it out. Let me move my printer, it's a little too close. This is exactly why, even though like I have a larger area, everything is on wheels. Everything is on wheels, except for my desks. But everything is on wheels so that I can move it as required. So this is a 6-foot table, tablecloth. And this board, trying to think how I ended up cutting that. I can just measure it for you so I can tell you. Yeah, it's a 30 by 48. 30 by 48. Get your board cut a size that you can easily maneuver it. So prior to me having this space, I was in my spare bedroom at my other house. And at that point, I only had a 30 by 30 because that's what I could easily maneuver in that space. And just think, you don't have to have this out all the time. It is always leaning up against the wall somewhere. So it doesn't take up that much space when you're not using it. All right, so make sure that it's laying flat. You are gonna have the way that they fold it, the inside piece, and you wanna pull that out because you don't want that layered in there and creating that ridge. So I'm going to pull that out. This is why this works so well too, because if I'm using my easy press, I will lay it out on the floor over a piece of carpet that I have and heat press it on there. But I've already showed you all how to do that way. So this is a different way of doing it. And I like doing it like this on the board versus doing it over a table. Just trying not to burn myself. That way I don't have to move it again. That way I do not have to move it again. And all I have to do is the board. All right. There she is. So the only thing that I need to measure
to make sure I'm even is from here down. About 26. Yeah, it's about 28, so I gotta move an inch to the right, which is all right. If you want to, you could always just iron it and iron it down the middle so that you know where your middle crease is. That way you don't have to worry about it. But I like to live on the edge. All right, 26. I think I moved it the wrong way, honestly. Yep, 29. Moved it to the wrong side. That should be good right there. And sometimes they do come pressed down the middle. Too much. Yeah, it's about 26 and a half. About 26 and a half. All right. So, just making sure there's no ridges in there. You can iron it, but I usually don't worry about it. All right, you're gonna take your large print that you just ordered from me. Right, so you can order this 22-inch wide DTF image to be able to do it. Oh, I didn't explain what I did. So I just lined it up, just like this, and then just creased it down the middle, just so I had a center point. And I'm just gonna lay it out just like that, and then find my center point on here. What did I say? This was 48, so 24 is right, which looks pretty wonky, huh? Oh, can't look. Just need to hold it right there. All right, 24 is right there. Now you can go in and measure it and mark it or whatever you want, but I'm good. Oops. Yep, 24. I'm gonna grab my tape and tape it down. This is also why I recommend the swing away heat press where you can pull the drawer out. You just have more flexibility in creating different things versus the clamshell. You're very restricted with that. Actually, before I do this, I did not measure my vertical. Where did my tape measure go? So I just go to the seam line. So that's about 4.5. Woo! 4.5. It's about 2, but I don't really want it to be. It's about 9.5. It's about 8. There's no like set thing. You can center it, of course, but I think with this image, I really like the way that it's sitting right here. I don't want to go too high and have this sit that close up because of the curve that we have going on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. All right, so my heat press is almost at temperature. So I'm gonna move my camera just so that you all can see me better. All right, adjusted my phone. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna bring it in. And then start pressing it section by section. Doesn't matter where you start, but you will have to adjust your pressure. This is another reason why I don't like the auto press, because you can't adjust the pressure as much as you can with these. So go a little bit higher. All right, you just let it do its thing. All right, so that part is done, and then we just move it on over. Same spot. And it's okay if you overlap. All right, see how easy this is instead of fighting the, what is it called? What's this thing called? Tablecloth. Oh my God. My printer's in the way, and that's why I can't move it all the way. All right, let's do a reveal here. Still pretty hot. Just remember to roll it off. Looks so good. All right, for the second press, we're literally gonna do the same thing, except we're gonna put our magic sheet on top. This magic sheet is magical. You can just cover your image wherever you're gonna heat it. It will, I have multiple, so I'm going to grab another one because I wanna make sure I don't accidentally heat up the heat press or heat up the image where the heat press is not adding pressure. So there's a little bit of overlap. So I will be offering these soon, if not already by the time you watch this video. But what this does, it removes the sheen and it presses the DTF further into the fabric, so it has, it's more flexible, it's more durable, the colors actually get brighter. Let's see if I can show you. Over, second heat press for like 5 seconds each press. There she is in all her glory. So it looks super, super good. Super good. All right, so you get the tablecloth on Amazon. You get it around for like $9 to $10. This print you can get up to 22 inches tall, infinite wide. It just depends on the image, but you can get that for around $20 to $25 on my website. And you could literally sell these, make these from anywhere from like $80 to $145. It just depends on your area, your pricing, your material costs, labor costs.
So if you have been holding off offering larger products because of your equipment, this is your sign to stop waiting. This $10 tablecloth and this $15 hack turned this item into $90. $90 that books me for repeat clients. So down below is the full breakdown, the link to the tablecloth, what DTF I use, and a link to join my free community where you get access to me and you get more in-depth tutorials.